Good morning, my dear students. Today in this session, we will start with Learn Well English, Unit 4, Lesson number 4.1. Name of the lesson is Our Quaking Planet. Our planet Earth. How it shakes, that is called earthquake. And how earthquake occurs, how tsunami occurs, all these things we will learn in this chapter. You can see over here the seismograph is given. It is a revolving drum and a weight that holds a tracer. When there is a tremor in the earth, the weight begins to vibrate and the vibrations get traced on the turning drum. You can see over here the vibrations are drawn, and from here you can measure that what was the scale of the particular quake. Get traced on the turning drum through the tracer. Fluctuations in the traced line indicate the intensity of the earthquake. How the earthquake is measured, the instrument is given, it is called seismograph, and how it functions. Now let's see. We often use the saying as safe as in one's house, but our house is really always that safe? Don't sometimes even houses topple over? What happens when there is an earthquake and the whole ground starts trembling? Earthquakes are much more common than most of us think. In fact, the earth shakes about once every 30 seconds. We have probably 1 million earthquakes a year. Most of the earthquakes are so weak that only special instruments called seismographs can show that an earthquake has really happened. Sometimes we don't feel only that the earth has shaken. On an average, only one earthquake is about 500 causes any damage, but some earthquakes are so powerful that they can cause horrible damage. There have been many such earthquakes in the history. An earthquake hit the Chinese city of Tangshan in 1976. It killed about 750,000 people. An earthquake hit the Kutch region of Gujarat in India on 26 January 2001. It killed about 20,000 people. Small tremors can happen when volcanoes erupt. They can also happen when there is a landslide or when the roof of an underground cave falls in. But powerful earthquakes happen when one huge piece of the earth's crust slips suddenly against another piece. This slipping may take place deep down under the ground, but the shock travels up through the crust and sets its surface quaking. A seabird earthquake may set off a huge ocean wave called a tsunami. These can rise higher than a house and travel faster than the fastest train. You can see over here the tsunami, this picture is given. So high waves are there. On March 11th, 2011, deadly tsunami killed over 21,000 people and caused widespread destruction in Japan. The earth's crust has in it about 20 plates made of solid rock. We call them tectonic plates. These plates are very huge in their size. They are constantly moving but very slowly. Most big earthquakes are caused by the movement of these plates. Mostly these plates slide past one another and nothing unusual happens. But sometimes they get locked together and cannot move. And when this happens, pressure begins to build up. And then one day suddenly the locked plates break free. There is a big earthquake. The ground shakes so violently that it can release 10,000 times more heat than an atom bomb. No doubt earthquakes kill us, but there is a positive point also. When the plates collide, new soil from deep under the ground is thrown up. Some of the old soil sinks back between the plates again. Thus we get a fertile new soil which makes our planet so full of life. But for the movement of these plates, our earth would have been as dead and lifeless as the moon. You can see over here new soil coming up. You can see over here the locked plates breaking free. See, the house has fallen down by the shaking of the earth. Old soil sinking inside and new soil coming up. You can see over here the buildings are collapsed. Tectonic plates floating on the molten rocks. You can see over here these are the rocks. See, the buildings are collapsed. Flats are also collapsed. Here the house is also collapsed. But when there is a big earthquake, buildings and sometimes whole towns are razed to the ground. In 1556, an earthquake killed 8,30,000 people in the Shanxi province of China. Earthquakes are beyond man's control, but it is within our control to minimize the damages. Yes, we can minimize the damages. We cannot skip out from that particular earthquake. In the event of an earthquake, it is the tumbling buildings that kill people, not the earthquake. It is the collapsing multi-story flats that bury people alive. It is their shattering doors and windows that injure them, that injure people. Some seismological institutes have conducted experiments to know which types of buildings material are most resistant to the earthquakes. It has been found that mud can withstand 10 to 60 vibrations per second. Wood is also a good quake resistant. Only quake resistant material should be used for the buildings of the future. People living in earthquake zones should also know what to do when quake strikes. Panic can only aggravate the situation. There should be well-trained emergency crews to deal with the situation. There are people who believe that earthquakes are God's signal for the end of the world, but if that were true, the world would have come to an end thousands of years ago. What needs to be done is to start constructing buildings that won't fall in the event of an earthquake. So, civil engineers have to start constructing such type of buildings which can be saved from the earthquake. If we start now, more lives can be saved in the future, especially where there is earthquake zone. You can see over here the map is given of the world, and where the red color is shown, that is the main earthquake zone. Maximum earthquakes occur in this particular red zone. So, where the earthquake zones are there, the construction should be done with the wooden things. Wood should be used to construct the buildings, so that the heavy materials, if bricks are used, cement and concrete and iron is used, that time it may injure the people more. So it is better that engineers should construct the wooden houses, especially in the earthquake zones, to save the life of the people from earthquake.